Hey, I just had an idea. Why am I standing here trying to guess like a lemming when we are living in the digital age and I can go onto the information superhighway and find out on my phone? So, according to Google Translate, this is what Din Tai Fung means. Okay, Din Tai Fung means from the mushroom cutting. From the mushroom cutting. Now here we are approaching Tottenham Court Road, and this high-rise in front of us is a building called, well, yeah, it still is called Centrepoint. Centrepoint, which it was built, I think it was built in the 70s, and at the time it was very fashionable when they constructed it, this style of architecture. But then it fell out of fashion, and it became an eyesore to London, a bit like all the other brutalist tower blocks of that period. That you know, this type of architecture really fell out of fashion, and the buildings became neglected, and they just became a blight on the landscape. However, this building, it kind of like went into disuse over a long period, but then they decided to turn it into luxury flats, which it is now. And I think it's quite attractive, because when you take one of these structures and just give it a superficial makeover, you can kind of restore it to the glory it had at the time it was built. You know, when it was clean and had nice, you know, new windows and all that kind of stuff. So that's what they've done. But they've turned them into luxury flats. And yeah, I believe they're really expensive. I can't remember what the price is, but I know they also had to knock the price way down because they didn't sell many. And you can see late at night, no, not even late at night, any time in the evening, when you look up at this building, there are very few lights on, which is really weird, because imagine if you'd bought one of these units and you actually moved in. Like, a lot of people who buy properties, luxury properties in London, don't ever move in. It's just an investment. But some people have moved in. And imagine how eerie it would be if you live in this high rise and you're the only person living on your whole floor. In fact, 10 floors, you're like the only occupied flat. It's creepy, isn't it? I don't know why it's creepy, but it just is. It's like that, it just reminds me of that film, that Japanese horror film. You know, the one that went, you know that film? I can't even remember what it was. All I remember, it went, The Grudge. Yeah, it reminds me of The Grudge. Not that I'm scared of that kind of stuff. I'm not like some kind of wuss who's scared of ghosts, and that film didn't even scare me. But you know, people found it scary. So when I say eerie, I don't personally, like, I wouldn't feel creeped out, but I wouldn't feel creeped out in like a ghostly kind of oogie boogie kind of sense, but just creeped out in a, what's wrong with this situation? Why am I the only person who is occupying this building? What does everybody else know that I didn't know? This thing makes me laugh. Yeah, they've erected this big fancy hall here where they always have these sort of digital displays for people to watch while they're sitting here. But all it is advertising. So basically, people are sat here consuming ads, and they're just being marketed to. But it looks like some form of art, right? Like, you can trick the public into thinking that they're consuming digital art, but it's just advertising. Oh, while we're here, look at this. This is a branch of the famous Chinese restaurant that specializes in, they're most famous for their Xiao Long Bao pork dumplings. Oh, I could do with pork dumplings right now, but I'm on a break from carbs at the moment, so I can't have any. It's so painful. It's so painful when I see Din Tai Fung and I can't have any, and I'm doing it to myself. But yeah, I'm avoiding carbs for a while, just for my general health, like a detox. And if you want to know why, there's another video. I just posted it today on my YouTube about why I'm on a break from carbs at the moment. But yeah, Din Tai Fung, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, because the thing with Chinese is that reading the word is one thing, but you got to get the intonation right. You got to get the tones right. So you got do re mi fa sol la ti do. You got to get the correct note for each syllable, or it's got a completely different meaning. And when I read that in English, Din Tai Fung, because it hasn't got that little number next to each letter that tells you the tone, I don't know what the tone's supposed to be. I remember I asked my mom, how do you say it? And she told me, but it didn't sink in. Because like you could say Din Tai Fung, and I know it's not that, because Din is electricity, Tai is too much, and Fung is wind. And I know it's not saying electricity, too much wind. Or you could say Din Tai Fung. Din is crazy. Tai, what's Tai? Tai is like a woman who it's a lady of leisure who married for money. And yes, we actually have a word for that. And it's funny, it's not even a derogatory word, because you would think that to summarize someone like that, like, oh, say hello to your auntie, oh, say hello to Tai. And Tai is a lady of leisure who married for money. We actually have like you got madam in English you got sir, madam. We've got a special madam for this very specific type of woman, a wealthy woman who's got a rich husband who goes around doing lunch and shopping. That's a Tai. So Tai is the Tai from Tai, but I'm sure it's not that Tai as well. So what are the Din Tai Fungs? Fung, aside from Fung for wind, there's Fung, which I don't know what it means, but I know that when you order chicken feet in a dim sum restaurant, it's Fung Zhao. So it's half a chicken foot. So, I'm just going to try and rationalize this, what it should be. Okay, there's Din for crazy, there's Din for electricity, there's, what other Dins are there? I don't know any other Dins. And Tai, the one I just said, Tai, which means too, as in T-O-O, too much. And then there's Tai, which means look. So it could be Din Tai Fung, crazy look at wind. No, it's not that. Tai, there's Tai, that's another one. Tai so is to shave. Tai is to trim, and so is your whiskers. Tai so. But it can't be that one either. So what are the hey, I just had an idea. Why am I standing here trying to guess like a lemming when we are living in the digital age and I can go onto the information superhighway and find out on my phone? So, according to Google Translate, this is what Din Tai Fung means. Okay, Din Tai Fung means from the mushroom cutting. From the mushroom cutting. Is that correct? Any Chinese viewers out here watching this? Is Din Tai Fung from the mushroom cutting? What is a mushroom cutting? Oh my god, there's some drama here. Oh, okay. No, it's not drama, it's a crazy woman. Oh god, oh, the shouldn't film, she's about to attack me. Fucking hell. Oh my god, I was just asking for it. You don't, one rule of thumb, don't film crazy people. When they see you filming, they will come at you. And there's nothing more frightening than a crazy person coming to attack you. Yeah, like I'm not scared of ghosts, but I'm scared of crazy people because you don't know what they're gonna do. But why am I still, no, okay, we've solved the puzzle. Din Tai Fung is from the mushroom cutting, but I don't see the word mushroom or from or cutting in any of those words. Din, Tai and Fung. I don't think any of those mean from or the mushroom or the cutting. Oh my god, do you know what? Do you know what a stupid old boomer I am? It wasn't translating from Chinese, it was set on Romanian. Why did it think I want to know what it is? I've never asked for any Romanian translation before. Why did it default to Romanian? So let me show you what it's saying now, which is, oh my God, this is even more retarded. It says now in Chinese, Din Tai Fung means which Din Taiwan server. Din, as I said, means crazy. Which crazy Taiwan server? So Google Translate is trying to tell me that this restaurant is called Which Crazy Taiwan Server. Maybe that is what it is. Anyway, as I've just demonstrated to you there, my Cantonese is hopeless and it's an utter disgrace, and I'm so ashamed because I should know better. But the thing is, it's only when it comes to the written language, because I was never taught to read or write in Cantonese. I just spoke it, and it's not my fault, right? I've explained this before, but I'll explain it again for those of you who haven't heard my story. I was born in Hong Kong, but we left Hong Kong when I was 3. So I didn't have time to learn the language by then. I only knew the very, very basics of like how to ask for the foods I wanted, and not even politely, because when you're 3, you're not polite. You just point to things and say, I want. And that's the level of my Cantonese. I can point at things and say, I want. And no, actually, I'm belittling myself. It's a lot better than that. It's improved a lot, actually, over the last year since I've been engaging with Cantonese content on social media, and I've also been engaging with Cantonese people, because I now have a lot of Cantonese followers. A lot of my interactions that I have on social media are with fellow Cantonese speakers, and I've learned a lot that way. And yeah, so it's coming back to me, but I never had any formal Cantonese lessons. I never went to school in Chinese, so I think I do pretty good. Like, you've heard my intonation, right? It's not bad, and that's the hardest part of Cantonese. As I said, it's the intonation. So I know all my tones perfectly. I can say, and I can say everything that I like. I have a very small vocabulary, but vocabulary is something that you can learn, right? You learn it a word at a time, but my tones are perfect, and that's the thing that is the hardest to pick up for non-native Cantonese, because it's the tones. So I've mastered the tones because it just comes naturally to me, but I just don't have a very big vocabulary, so there's so many words I don't know. But the great thing about Cantonese is that when you don't know the words, you just replace them with English words. So you can continue speaking, but you just substitute the words that you don't know in Cantonese with English words. And I'll just give you an example. Okay, now I'm going to speak Cantonese from this point on. 嗱，我而家講廣東話。如果我唔識個字，我唔識。如果我唔識，如果我唔，哎呀〜